What them say, people, what them say? This is your girl Aleisha Lee, and welcome back to another episode of Aleisha Lee Reviews. This episode we are reviewing Top Boy Season 4 Episode 2, How Do I Fix This? But before we get into that, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you are kept up to date each and every time I upload. And without further ado, let's get into this review. We start the episode with Amma. This is the aftermath of finding Atz's body, and she's surrounded by other residents of Summer House who have come to support her during this difficult time. It's just so sad because we saw in the last episode that she was relentlessly looking for him, and even at some point she's expecting him to be at home, but it's just so sad to see Amma having to go through this. Next we see Jack and the Mandem, who give her some footage showing Atz being taken, and there's a girl in that footage that Jack wants everybody to start looking for. She sends the word out, start looking for this girl. Who is she? Because she's going to have some information in regards to what happened to Atz. She says make sure that it stays in-house, don't post it on social media and all of this kind of thing, because he's just going to bring more heat to them. Next we see Deshane arrives in Spain. He is here to get things sorted because right now business is drying up and he needs this shipment to come over so that he can start getting business popping. Emilio is out the game. He let Lizzie know last episode that he is not going to be in it no more, and we saw Antonio, who was his brother-in-law, was meant to take over for him, but he was taken out by one who is the police chief over there. Deshane wants to meet the main guy and asks Emilio to set it up for him. I must say, Deshane is a very brave guy. He don't know nothing, no Espanol, not a lick of Spanish, and he's over there trying to make this move. But this just goes to show how determined he is to make sure that this supply comes over, because business needs to continue. Next, we see Sully and his boat neighbor talking, and it's so cute to see Sully just feeding the dog. It's like, oh, Sully, you do have a heart. Even though you shot up Driz 20 times, you do have a heart and you like dog. The neighbor clocks that he's suffered loss, and she talks about her loss as well, and he's like, what do you want me to do with that info? What? Sorry? And I was like, Sully, this is very harsh. Like, oh. But you know, deep down inside, he's just coming from a place of his own hurt, and maybe we're going to see something popping with these two. You never know. Next, we see Stefan visit Amma. This was such a touching moment. You could see Amma was just so happy to see him because she knew how much Atz loved Steph and how much of a great relationship they had. Sully sees Mandy, who is Drizz's ex and the mother of Drizz's daughter Erin. She basically puts it on him. She's like, I know you done it. I know you killed Driz. And he offers her some money and she doesn't accept it. She doesn't take it at all. She's like, what do I look like taking it from you? Next minute, the people that are investigating me, because right now she's staying at a hostel. She doesn't have rights to see her daughter at present. Her daughter is in care and she's doing everything she possibly can to show that she is a fit mother. She is worthy to have her daughter. They're going to want to investigate, how did she get this money? She doesn't have a job at the moment. What's going on? And it's going to come back on to Sully. If she takes the money from Sully, they're going to investigate her, look into her. What are you doing? How did you get this money? And it's going to come back to him, start an investigation, and she doesn't need that kind of heat at the moment. She doesn't need it, and he couldn't even look her in the eye. She knew he done it and he couldn't even look her in the eye, but he wanted to somehow support her in some sort of way, but she did not accept it and walked away. Next, we see Deshane meet up with the Connect. His name's Munir, and Munir just seems like a chill guy, you know, relaxed guy, offering Deshane food, drink. Deshane don't want it. Deshane wants to know what's going on with the business, and Deshane kind of clocks out, are you the main guy? Like, take me to the boss, please, because I ain't got time for this. Sort it out. Next, we are introduced to Curtis. This is a new face, and we also see his crew, which comprises of his sister and his friend, and we see a familiar face, who is Lauren. She's left one bad situation, it seems, to go straight into another, because Curtis and his people are into dodgy stuff. We've got weapons on the table that they're planning to sell, and it's not a good look for Lauren at the moment. Not a good look at all. She is scared. Curtis's sister doesn't seem very fond of Lauren at all, and we're going to see how this relationship between these people progress, because Lauren does not want to be there at all. Next, we see Jack is on a date, and yes, even though you've got lots of work on the roads, you still got to make time for some love, and this is what Jack is trying to do. She's got a nice date here, and things are going very well until she is interrupted by a call from Lauren. Lauren is letting her know that she needs to come back home ASAP. It is not safe for her here. Obviously, Lauren is pregnant with Curtis's child as well, so it's really looking peak. She sounds desperate. She really wants to come back, and Jack reassures her that she's doing everything that she can, but it's going to take time. It's all about the right timing, because Lauren is in a mess with Sully and Deshane because of last season. She slipped information to their ops, letting them know certain things, and it caused a lot of problems for them. So she isn't welcome in town either, but she seems to believe that it's safer for her to come back than stay where she is, and I don't blame her, because those people don't seem too good to me. Oh gosh, it's just like last episode. See that one Beverly making up noise for Shirley? Yeah, this Lauren girl, we're praying for you. The episode ends with Deshane meeting the plug, and he's basically near enough kidnapped. He's scared. Like, you can tell that Deshane is a bit scared. He's like, what is this? I'm trying to, is this how you lot do business? Oh, what is? Bag over his head, taken to some next location in the middle of nowhere, and this is where he meets the plug, and it's a bit hostile at first, but Deshane lets him know, listen, I need my shipment. I need it yesterday. Like, what's going on? What's the delay? The guy lets him know, listen, we do this, we do that, we can supply, we do this, are you mad? Don't worry, we'll sort it out. And that is how episode 2 ends. My thoughts on the episode. I thought this episode was chill. It's just giving us a bit more story and letting us know what's going on. We're going to be finding out more about what happened to At, and now we've been given another layer with this girl. Who is she? What does she know about At? We do see during this episode that they do find the girl, but it isn't the one that they're looking for. And also the Connect, Deshane's Connect, he's doing his best to try and get all of this sorted and fixed, and it seems like he is making some progress, but we're going to see how this goes, because even the way that they were introduced, it's all crazy right now. Having to see Amma deal with the aftermath of At's body being discovered, it was heartbreaking. I do feel it for her. We're going to see how Amma's storyline progresses, because like I said in last episode, remember, as well as now having to deal with the passing of At, she's still got immigration as well. So we're going to see how Amma's storyline progresses as the season goes on. I'm going to give this episode 6 boys out of 10. I thought this episode was cool. It was a chill episode, just giving us a bit more of the story, bit more progression as well. Introduction to new characters such as Curtis and his crew, and seeing familiar faces like Lauren. We're just seeing a bit more of the storyline. So yeah, I'll give it a 6 boys out of 10. Not a bad episode, but I do think we're going to be seeing a lot more action to come. But let me know your thoughts. What did you think of this episode? Did you enjoy it? How many boys out of 10 would you give it? What do you think is going to happen? Will Deshane be able to continue with the business now that he's been introduced to this plug? Are things going to go well? What's going to happen with Curtis, and what's going to happen for Lauren? Is she going to be able to get away and escape this guy? Because honestly, she needs to. Let me know your comments down below, and make sure you subscribe for more Top Boy reviews, music, inspiration, motivation, entertainment. We've got all of that going on the channel, so make sure you hit the like button, make sure you subscribe for all of that good stuff, and I will catch you in my next video. Done now, boy.
People don't know, I just want to enjoy my days.